All right, fellers, I got the sauce mixed up. It is extra friggin' spicy this time, so let's find out. And I let it cook up overnight, so it ought to be extra right today. I think it works best if you let it kind of run from the top down. The Chevrolet is going to be sick. Look at it, starting to do its thing already. It's wild. Literally starts reacting to it like instantaneous. So it's been shared, it's no secret. It's just hydrogen peroxide and vinegar and some salt. I just use some like store-bought, just regular salt you know, pour on your food, and some cheap old vinegar, and here we go. And a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, and works out all right. Probably even a little more juice on it. I don't know if that aluminum might not, that might be aluminum, fellers. That right there, and that might not take it all, actually. If it is, it won't take. All right, let's work along up here. Oh yeah. Instantaneous, fellers, instantaneous. I'm glad y'all get to see this like I get to see it. So I love watching it. I think it's really neat. Wish more folks would go to this whole rusting deal. And, you know, I'm gonna lock it. I'm gonna lock the rust in place, and so it's not like it's actually going to, you know, rust out or anything. I think that's what people really fail to understand. Is we're making them rusty, but again, the rust is gonna kind of lock in once I clear it, so it won't actually rust itself out. And Subi Rat talked about that, and talked about owning, you know, his vehicles now for a while and not really having much trouble. You know, because he's got holes cut all in his. And he talked about, last night actually, on a live, he said, you know, I cut the holes and the metal on the inside is actually not rusting yet. And he said something like 3 years ago, I think is what he said. So just to give you a little time frame of, you know, how long it actually takes for rust to start. You know, this guy cut through metal, made it bare, rusted the outside, but the inside metal is actually not rusted yet. So that's wild. So that just gives me all the more proof in the pudding to go ahead and do it and clear over it and not worry about it too much. Also, people get really caught up on this truck, man. It's nothing special. It's just, I mean, it wasn't ragged out at all before I got it. It's been taken care of, but simple fact is, it's just a 98 Chevy Silverado. There's a bunch of them. Maybe one day it'll be as popular as a square body and hold really good value, but right now, I mean, even a really clean one, guys, fair price, 5, 6, maybe 7 grand. They're going for 10, which is crazy to me, but anyway, I'll go ahead and hit this bed up a little bit more too. Why not throw a little more rust on the bed? So y'all are seeing it the same way I'm seeing it firsthand. How long it takes to get the rust to start coming through. Doesn't take very long though, huh, fellas? Come back to this side. Already see it. The big difference in it. Again, I dig it. I really like it. I know a lot of people had hoped I was gonna go completely clean again on it, whatnot, and I really thought about it, and I may eventually, but dude, this rust life for me is where it's at. I just love it. To think I'm doing this on purpose is just even better. So I reckon that's aluminum because it's not rusting. Thought that was going to look really freaking cool, which it still looks all right. It might rust eventually, but aluminum does take forever to rust, so it might not rust. Let's see. Might have to bring that out a little bit, maybe. I don't know how much sauce you got to put on her, but we're applying it hefty today. I kind of took my crash course yesterday, and I was a little bit nervous, fellas. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, you can watch somebody do this stuff 100 times and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And then when you come out here and start doing it and go to spray the sauce on it, there was a little bit of like, oh. But I'm very happy I did it. Again, this look I think is awesome. And it blends really well. It's gonna be clear coated, so it's not like it's gonna all rust to pieces on me or nothing. God forbid if it did, it's old as dirt. I mean, and the best part is, guys, like once you get done, the excess literally just runs right off. Like I'll go ahead and show you real quick. But if you are worried about it, you can take your hose pipe or water hose or whatever you choose to call it, and you can spray off the excess. Like let's say for instance I wanted to go ahead and clean this off a little bit, I can do that, not a problem. Something I found out. So there's that. You can kind of stop it where you want to as well, as far as the rust goes with the water. Another cool little fact, I think. Well, it seems like it anyway. It seems like where I stopped yesterday is where it stopped rusting. So where I sprayed it with water, it seemed like it locked it in time. But the longer I let it go, the more it seemed to rust. So don't know if anybody's mentioned that or not, but that's something I found out. I tripped over that block right there. So yeah, this is the part 2. I'll let her continue to do her thing, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Hands on the Ford.